Just woke up. It's about 9:08. Man, you know what, bro? I just woke up like about a half hour ago, and I realized something, man. You know, it's always a problem when men got standards, man. I noticed that. You know, I'm not supposed to be having standards. I'm supposed to be, taking females that got like super fucked up ass teeth, more messed up than my teeth. Hell no. I got standards. Man. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, she can't be hella short. She can't be around 5 foot. To me, that's like bad genetics to me, man. A female that's super short like that, you know, or if she got like super short hair, you know what I'm saying? You can't be, you know, you can't be dating women like that. You know what I'm saying? And then your kids from them bad genetics too. Like I had a baby with sub five stalker. My kids would come out, woo, like short, super short and unattractive. Like her. Sub five stalker had the worst type of genetics, bro. Like the only thing she had was breasts. That was the only good thing about her. That was it. Other than that, she was super short, super skinny. You feel what I'm saying? And she was very below average in the face. No wonder she struggled getting a man out here. No wonder she was stalking me for 5 or 4 months. Look at this over here, man. Look at the mess that sub five stalker left. Okay, they towed my car a while back. I let them have it. I don't care. But look at this. You see that with the stuff up on the wall? The coffee. She threw coffee on the wall, bro. And then you can see like where the coffee was, where the coffee had trickled down from the car onto the ground. You feel what I'm saying? That's how obsessed this woman was. There's nowhere in the world I'm gonna deal with a woman like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'll be in jail or in an early grave fucking with that bitch. I'm gonna say it again. I will be in jail or I will have an early grave fucking with a bitch like this. Look at that shit, bro. You know, and when she kept coming around throwing coffee on my car, the more I hated her fucking. I'm glad she's not around. We gotta work out today, man. We gotta work out. Today's workout day. Again, we gotta share some of these pounds that we gained while we were injured. I can do that in a week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying my best, man, to make sure I set a good path for my children. Cause getting with a woman that's below average looking, you setting up your kids for failure right there. Okay, that's why a lot of you got the incels around here, man. You know, their parents didn't get with a better looking partner. You feel what I'm saying? You got a bunch of unhappy guys who can't get dates. Do you really want that for your child? No, I don't want that for my child. supposed to take in a leftover woman or a woman that's below average looking? I never did. I got standards, man. No way in the world I'm gonna like be in a relationship with a woman that's way below me in looks. Man, Sub 5 Stalker was so malnourished. She was so skinny, so short and ugly at the same time, bro. She looked like one of those ogres on Harry Potter. She looked like one of those, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And then the women, you know, they think that men are not supposed to have standards, that we supposed to take just any old thing, any old thing that the cat dragged in, okay? We supposed to take anything and everything that comes our way. We're not supposed to, like, reject them. No, we gotta reject you, honey. Sorry. I gotta reject you. If you are below me, I gotta reject you. I might just have sex with you one time, just for that one time, just to fulfill my needs, and then I would toss you to the side like an empty bag of potato chips. All gone. You feel what I'm saying? Toss you to the side like some Ruffles. Feel what I'm saying? Like an empty Ruffled potato chip bag. Feel what I'm saying? So I gotta reject you. You ain't looking like I want you to look. If you got a flat booty, I gotta reject you. I'm not supposed to have more booty than my girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? If you're too short, I gotta reject you, hun. Even if you're like little 7, I gotta reject you because you're so short. Like little 7, she's only pretty in the face. She got some breasts, but she's far from like top tier. You feel what I'm saying? She got a lot of like errors, and she has no reason to be acting like a little princess because she has very short legs. That's not attractive. That's not the standard of beauty. Her legs are so short. It's like 5 foot, really? She got no reason to be a princess. Now, she's pretty in the face, like I said. She's around a 7 in the face. When she takes off her makeup, she's a 6. Yeah. I seen her take off her makeup. When she take her makeup off, she's a 6. She's not that pretty like that. But dudes shoot their shot at her, man. Okay. I mean, hopefully it's just for a good time and not for a long-term relationship and then possibly some kids. If your kids come out short, it's your fault. See, women don't like rejection, man. I noticed that. They can't take rejection. Look at Sub 5 Stalker. Mad because I wouldn't want to sleep with her, bro. You hear what I'm saying? And she started jumping up and down and stomping her feet like a little princess when things are not going her way. You know, acting a fool, throwing coffee on my car every single day. That type of shit I'm talking about right there. That entitlement. It's bad here in the West, man. All you motherfucking simps are stupid, bro. Why the fuck are you giving these women flowers, bro? You know, so, what's her name? Little Seven had on Valentine's Day, she received flowers. I'm like, bro, why did you go out and buy her flowers, man? What are you doing? She rejected him anyway. You did that for nothing. You guys are simps. You're buying a woman flowers who don't even deserve it. What did she do to deserve flowers? Just the way she looked? Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that for women, man. I used to when I was younger. I used to buy flowers and stuff like that. You know, but I don't do that no more. Unless she's my girlfriend. If she's my girlfriend, then I buy her flowers. Other than that, she's not my girlfriend. I don't buy her flowers. I don't buy her flowers on the first date. Forget all that, man. Feel what I'm saying? Why buy her flowers on the first date? Why buy her flowers? You know, why buy her flowers at all? She my girlfriend, I buy her flowers, man. Or if we getting closer to being boyfriend and girlfriend, then I'll buy her flowers. Not on the first, I don't buy you flowers on the first date. Fuck all that. It's the reason why these females got these entitlement issues issues right now. Because simps. You know, you're simps, bruh. You telling these women how pretty they are, and I like your hair, and giving her compliments. Like, bruh, stop all this bullshit you're doing. You're simping, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta have standards. Because this life right now, you know, it's very short. You gotta get what you want in a life that's very short. And you get money right, you get the bag, you really can have standards then. You get money, you can have all the standards you want as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because you have so many women chasing you that you can afford to, like, say, hey, no, she too short. I'm good. You know, men with the bag, they very picky, man. And they really got standards. That's why a lot of these women can't get rich men, bro. You know some of the pretty women out here, around 6s and 7s or whatever, they can't land a rich man. They can't even land a man with a Porsche. Okay? They can't even land a man who got a Corvette. And these are like first tier, first level rich guys. You know, or a guy who really got it going on. You know, like that sugar daddy, he owns a Porsche and a Corvette. His woman tall, man. You see, men with value, I can't say I ain't got the bag yet, but men with value like tall women. We don't like shorty pants. We don't like shorty pants. Because that means if I get her pregnant, We're gonna have short children. You know what I'm saying? If I got little 7 pregnant and it's a boy, man, with her being 5 foot and I'm 5'9", he gonna be 5'5". So no, I'm looking out for my future children, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll have sex with little 7, but it won't be no long-term relationship. She doesn't meet my requirements and she doesn't fit my standards. That's why I'm after this bag, so I can really have standards then. I'll be like, yep, I got the bag, I can afford to have standards. And women don't like that. They don't like you having standards. Why? Because women cannot take rejection. They hate rejection. You know what I'm saying? They jump and pout because they got rejection. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, you're supposed to take anything. Meaning that, you know, they want to have access to all the men and stuff. You know, that's why they can't take rejection, because they got to have everything that they want. You know what I'm saying? And for you to reject them, you saying that, nah, honey, you're not good enough for me. Just like a lot of these females out here, they look at you and they said, nah, you're too short. You're 5'9". You're not good enough for me. I notice a lot of foreign women got lower standards, man. They don't really trip about your height, man. A lot of foreign women out here, I noticed that. Like, foreign women got lower standards than American women, bro. American women got these high-ass standards and these unrealistic expectations, unrealistic demands and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is gonna keep them single for a lifetime. You know, you gotta be 6 foot. 6 foot. I remember I was watching this show called Pop the Balloon. I know some of you guys know what I'm talking about. And this guy got rejected because he was 5'9". But the woman, she was like, she was 4'11". She wasn't even 5 foot, she was 4'11". Talking about a guy that's 5'9", that's too short for her. She was like, I wear heels, so he gotta tower over me when I'm wearing heels. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes a problem when the shoe is on the other foot. When we get money and we get the bag, you know, it's like all of a sudden there's a problem when we have standards. But they can have all the standards all they want to. You feel what I'm saying? They can have all the standards in the world, but we can't have standards. You see, because the thing is, when we have standards, it makes life more difficult for them. You see what I'm saying? And it makes it easier on them if we don't have standards. But if we have standards, life is going to be hell for them, because they won't be able to get the man that they want. And all these women, their whole entire life, they've been treated like princesses. And for you to say no to them, for you to say, I reject you because of this, it just burns their skin, man. It gets them mad and upset. Now I'm supposed to be a princess. I'm supposed to be getting everything that I want in life. You're not supposed to be rejecting me. I'm a badass bitch. So, okay. Men get rejection all the time. You see what I'm saying? And think about how we feel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, no, it's good for a man to have standards. He's supposed to. I'm not supposed to be walking around with a sub-5 woman on my arm, bro. Come on. Then I'll be the typical black man walking around with an ugly woman, bro. Not even average looking. I see a lot of black men do this. Walking around with a non-black woman that's below average looking. I'm like, bro, how could you do this? Really? You out here embarrassing yourself, man. You don't care about how you look in the public? You don't care about how you look? You know what I'm saying? You don't care about how you look in the public. Boy, I tell you, man, black men gotta stop doing this shit, man. It's embarrassing. The woman ain't got no shape. I see a lot of black men doing this shit, man. She ain't got no shape. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got no curves. She basically look like an egg, bro. She's a walking egg. You know? It's like, bro, you just take anything, just any old thing, really? Gotta get my dick wet somehow. Like, bro, you embarrassing yourself, bro. At least have an average woman on your arm. At least a 5 or a 6 or something. You ain't even got that. A lot of passport bros do that shit, bro. They get over there, they ain't got no standards. What's his name? Richie Mack. Ain't got no standards, bro. Don't get me wrong, his girl Elle got a nice body, but her face ain't all that. Her face is like a 4 to me. And you got like, you know, Game of Broad. You feel what I'm saying? Game of Broad with his short, ugly Thai woman. I'm like, bro, you out there with no standards at all, bro. Bro, she's not even average looking. Game of Broad, you know what I'm saying? His woman is not even average looking. Like, look, you don't settle for nothing less than a 6, bro. You going out there with all that money in your pocket. You're paying for things. You're buying things. Like, bro, it don't take much to get you happy, right? Like, you don't have any standards like that, right? So me, if it was me, man, if I came across Game of Broad's girl, I probably would have pumped and dumped. And I'm gonna tell you why. Matter of fact, I knew I would have. I would have pumped and dumped. Tell you why. Because the only thing she got going for her is her butt. That doesn't make her attractive. A woman's big behind don't make her the total package. She got that one thing, and that's not enough. You see what I'm saying? A big butt don't make her attractive, because when I turn her around and I gotta kiss her, you feel what I'm saying? At one point you gotta do that. What about, you know, because yeah, doggy style is good, but what about missionary? You know what I'm saying? You go to kiss the broad and she ain't got no kissable lips. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna want to kiss her. And if you ain't kissing the broad, you're not gonna be in a relationship with her, man, if you can't kiss her. You feel what I'm saying? I seen women with some nice lips up out here, bruh. You know, lips and stuff. That adds on to your attractiveness. You feel what I'm saying? Lips, curves, you know, height and stuff like that. That's important on a female too. Just like it's important on a man, it's important on a female too. You know, females look at height, they look at face, you know, they look at body. You know, I remember when I was younger, you know, I didn't get no women until I got my body right. I remember that. In the moment I got 6-pack abs and some muscles, all of a sudden females start checking me out. You know, but before that, when I was super skinny, I barely got anything. Just like Sub 5 Stalker, bro. She had no lips, okay? She's very short, 5 foot tall, very skinny, even for white boy standards. She was skinny, man. She was too skinny. Too skinny. You know what I'm saying? Too skinny, bro. You know, so I don't deal with women that don't fit my standards. Even if as a poor man, I still got standards, but they're not as, you know, high as a rich man standards. But there's certain things that I won't deal with when it comes to going forward in a long-term relationship with a woman. If I'm in a long-term relationship, she got some things that I like that keep me around, like nice lips, a nice personality, nice butt. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in shape, man, I expect my woman to be in shape with me. I'm not gonna get with a woman who doesn't work out, who eats a lot, who's fat. Like the Pillsbury Dough girl. You feel what I'm saying? I like to work out, and I like her to join me in the workouts. I don't want her to be at home eating ho-hos and Twinkies and sucking down melons or something. Whatever the females be eating, man. That get them all fat and stuff. When, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I got some standards about mine, bro. She can't be fat. That's one thing she can't be. I know I got a little bit of weight on me, but I you know, is it open in here, bro? Oh, come on, bro. Really? You're not open? I'm gonna go over here then. You know what I'm saying? She can't be fat. You know, she can't be too skinny. You hear what I'm saying? She can't be super short. She can't be below average looking. Nah, I even when I was younger, I used to shoo those women away. No, below average looking, or I would pump and dump them real quick and get back to my shit. Pump and dump. Because I knew I could get a better looking woman, bro. And all my whole entire life, I've been dealing with average women. They gotta be at least average for me to mess with them, man, long term. And having babies and stuff with them. Gotta be at least average looking. Can't be below average looking. You curse your kids with that, man. Yeah, I'm looking after my kids, man. Fuck all that. I remember my dad used to tell me back in the day when I was young, he was like, boy, I hooked you up. And now I understand what he was saying. Because when I got older in my early 20s, you feel what I'm saying? When I got older in my early 20s, females was after me. Boy, I was getting, man, in my early 20s, I was a knockout. You know, because my dad had some type of standards, right? What's up, man? I realized I had just that.
Or make it even 3, you could.
Appreciate it, brother. My lower back. Gotta, you feel what I'm saying? You know, women judge men, bro. You know, oh, he's homeless. Oh, he's a pre-diabetic, or he got diabetes. Oh, and they talk about that. So then they, you know, they add that to the, you know, they add it to their standards. You know, don't date a guy that's fat. Don't date a guy who got diabetes. Don't date a guy who got health problems. Don't date a guy who's short. You know what I'm saying? Don't date a guy who's too skinny. Don't date a guy who's too old. He's 45. That's too goddamn old, bro. That's too goddamn old. That's what they be saying, bro. Because men over 40 are just too old. Unless we got muscle. We got muscle, then all of a sudden it becomes, oh, age ain't nothing but a number. You look good for your age. You work out. Got muscles. You know what I'm saying? They always make an exception for a dude, bro. That's why I stay working out, man. But my woman got to work out, man. That's one thing that I like doing. She got to work out. That's part of her plan. Because I met women who don't work out. I developed bad habits with them. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead and have standards. Your kids will benefit from that. You know, the standards that you provide, you know, the standards that you go by, your kids will benefit from it. Trust me, they will. And they'll thank you for you. Like, thank you, thank you, Daddy, for bringing me into the world, being tall and good looking. Like, if I get with a woman that's 5'8" and I'm 5'9", 5'10", my kid will probably be taller than me, bro. And I would want that. I would want my kid to have a better life than I did. I would want my kid to be, taller than me. Better looking than me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want him to be born short. Then I screw him up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kid to be short. He'd be like, damn, Dad gave me the worst type of genetics. I can't even get a date. I can't even get sex. I'm screwed. It don't matter how good her face looks. It don't matter how pretty she is. If she's short, I'm gonna reject her, man. Especially if I got the bag. I got the bag. I reject short women, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? If I got the bag, I reject short women. I just wanted a little bit of that. Just a half of the can and I'm good. Oh my God. We're doing this because we gotta work out today. Whew. I don't want no more of that. Feel what I'm saying, bruh? So you always gotta look out for your kids. You get with a woman that's super short, bro, best believe you screwing your kids over. You get with a top tier female, you got access to better genes. Taller genes means taller kids. Feel what I'm saying? Taller genes means taller kids. Your kids are gonna be better looking and taller than you. That's what I want. So I can be like, man, I hooked your boy up. I hooked you up, son. My kid get to be like in high school. He getting dates. He got a date for the prom. Shit, my nephew is better looking than me, man. He taller. My nephew is 6 foot, man. He looked like a better version.
Wait.
He looked like a better version of me, my nephew. And he good at basketball. He gonna be in the NBA one day. But he better looking than me and taller than me. That's how I want my kid to be, man. And his dad is around my height. I said to his dad, I was like, damn, bro, me and you got screwed out of the deal. He got the taller gene. What happened to us, bro? Why did it skip us? You know, my dad was 6 foot. His brothers was 6 foot. Everybody was 6 foot but me and you, bro. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't know, man. I guess it's the way it is. It skips a generation, you know? I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'll be back on later. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.